Whew. I ate so much yesterday that I went into a food coma. What's up, guys? My name is JC. I am Wrong Strong. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I had a very, very interesting Thanksgiving. Happy. And yeah, let's get into this video. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's JC. I am Wrong Strong. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss nothing. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You already know. If you're part of my crew, mi familia, mi pandilla, you already know. Get the keys, gas it up. Let's take a ride down Western, and maybe, just maybe, we'll make it all the way to the north side. What's up, guys? We're gonna go down memory lane today. I'm gonna tell you a story, but before I get into the story, I wanna talk about something. You know, people that have lived a life like us, that have been in the game, on the streets, and all that stuff, it's hard when you grow up and you like make it out of there, because not too many of us make it out of there, obviously. You know, a lot of us end up going to prison for a long time. A lot of us end up getting killed. And it's not like, you know, those normal people that get to have those class reunion every, 10 years, or, memories on their yearbook of their friends that they grew up with, and they get to see them and stuff like that. You know, it's crazy because we grow up and it's almost like our life starts to become a ghost, because we actually become the change, and we have to move out of the neighborhoods where we grew up and just change, and some of us change, some of us don't, point blank. But to cherish the few friendships that we have left after all that chaos in our lives, all the prison, all the drugs, all the stuff that we went through, it's something very, very special that I think only people like us could really cherish, because believe it or not, sometimes that part of you, that friendship, is still missing, because it's somewhat of a connection to where you grew up, your neighborhood, your hood, your city, everything. And I had a very interesting phone call yesterday with, a couple individuals that I grew up with, and I must say it made my day to where I was very, very emotionally drained throughout the whole day, because I still miss home. Not that I'm saying that I miss like the life or stuff like that. I think about it, but I miss my connections with the friends that I did have. And it's a friendship that I don't think I'll ever be able to have with no one else, because let's be honest, a lot of my friends now are cops, senators, aldermen, and politicians, or professors at, colleges and stuff like that. And my friends from back then were friends that I did dirt with, that I did, I ran the streets with, that we laughed about getting away from getting shot. I know it sounds crazy, but these are friendships and bonds that, withstood the test of time. And we're lucky to be out. We're lucky to still be alive. We're lucky to just be able to receive those phone calls, actually. So, V, J, P, D, we're blessed today. We go through life speeding and changing lanes, and without putting turn signals on, and we're always looking at the mirror, because we know what's right and wrong. We know that you're not supposed to do that. We know that there's a law with you having your seatbelt on. There's a law about changing lanes. There's a speeding law. But we do it, and this is why we're constantly looking in that mirror, because we know what's right and what's wrong. Well, a lot of things have changed for me. I actually drive the speed limit most of the time. But the thing is that I don't panic when I get pulled over. Because I have a license, I have insurance, I have a registration. The car's actually mine. You know, but it's those little things in life that we learn to appreciate now that life's changed for us. And they're priceless. They're priceless, you know. I broke down yesterday on that phone call just for the fact that I miss my old friends. I miss the war stories. I missed. It's a whole different story when everybody's on the same path to change. You know, because then you could remember on a positive note and try to impact people instead of trying to do damage like we used to. Yeah. So it was a good Thanksgiving. I ate a lot and then I slept a lot, and you know, it is what it is, guys. Alright, let's get into this motherfucking JC story time. Alright, so I was really young, right? And I'm gonna change the names. So if you were in the story, you know who you were. It's gonna be Melissa, George, and me. I got introduced to the game, to the crack cocaine game. And the person that I was working for at the time, I was really young. He rented an apartment, and you know, it was like VIP crack game. I wasn't on the corner selling it, you know, and I had an apartment and I used to slang out of there, and that's what it was, you know. And at first when he told me that I was gonna make $2 off of each sell, I was like, $2? Fuck that shit, like that's nothing. But I didn't realize how much traffic that creates, like that I was making like close to 1,000 a day. So I got addicted to it. I was just there nonstop, like all day. I wouldn't even go shower, nothing, because it was just like coming in. Well, one night, my boss decides to come with his girlfriend, right? And they're sitting on the couch, and I just got reloaded. You know, and this is what I mean how, and this is the beginning of the story, but this is what I mean how God has always worked in my life and has always looked out for me, no matter how much of a piece of shit I was and how much I forgot. He always looked out for me. So I had just got reloaded, had a whole batch. You know, back in the day, they were giving like lollipops for each rock you got caught with. Like they were giving mad time. You were going away for very long time because of this. So reloaded, right? They sit on the couch, they start playing some video games. I'm getting ready because there's people coming in and out. Well, the cops decide to raid us. They raid us, but they make the mistake of messing up what apartment it was. So they raid the apartment downstairs, and I hear the chaos. I hear the cops, you know, screaming and everything. So I'm by the toilet, ready to flush everything. My boss was like, no, don't flush nothing. Don't flush nothing. His little fucking greedy ass. You know what I mean? And he was a bitch. Yeah, I hope he watches this shit. I can't wait. Anyways, he didn't want me to flush nothing down the toilet. I said, fuck you. I flushed that shit, hit the thing. It was flushed. You know, his girlfriend was there, and she was like, flush that shit. I flushed it. He was pissed because it went quiet for a minute. It went quiet. You know, I went out by the window and I started hiding the guns. There was 2 guns inside the apartment. I was hiding them on the edge of the window outside. And it just went quiet. You know, when it goes too quiet, something's wrong. Sure enough, man, as soon as I was trying to walk to the front door, because I told him, I was like, let's leave. Let's just walk up the stairs. As soon as I went to the front door, sure enough, they smashed the front door, the back door. Cops come in, Chicago PD's finest. Come in with the shotguns in my face. Get on the floor, get on the floor. They fucking grab all of us. They throw us on the floor. They find the guns. They find, I don't know what the dude was doing that was there before me, but they found horse tranquilizers and like all kinds of like bottles that looked like, I guess like steroids or whatever it was. But I know some of it was like horse tranquilizers and shit. And you know, they cuff us up, take us to the police station. You know, and me like a dumbass, like you little young, you know, want to prove myself, you know, kind of dude. I take the rap. I take the rap for everything. I raise my hand. I take the rap for everything. The only one that ever gave me, you know, my stripes that I deserved for that shit was his girl. And I ended up going to county, all that shit. And then my other partner that was, you know, friends with the so-called George dude, was pissed at him because he was more worried about getting his girlfriend out, because I guess she had some other shit going on, like a warrant or something for some tickets. But, you know, they left me just out to hang and dry, you know, didn't come and get me. I had a bond, and my other buddy ended up bonding me out, and he was just pissed. He's like, you see, you know, I told you not to hang around with that motherfucker. I told you. And even Melissa, his girl, was like pissed and was like, why don't you go get, you know, Braid? They used to call me Brazer back then. I don't know why. I think because I was like such a beaner my whole, like, you know, life as a youngster. You know, the boots, the hat, and me speaking Spanish all the time. And I don't know, but that was my nickname. And I got out. I went to court. And this is how, like, the system in Chicago is so overpopulated, just there's so much cases, it's crazy. So when I went to court 3 months later, I shaved my mustache off, I had a shag, I cut it off. I went in there looking like a decent human being, you know what I mean? My hair combed to the side, wasn't dressed like a gangster or nothing. You know, I walked into court, and the judge ended up throwing the case out because one of the cops that was there didn't recognize me, and the other cop didn't show up. And this is what I mean when I say that God has always been in my life and has always looked out for me, no matter what. Like, I've come to the conclusion that I wouldn't be here right now if it wouldn't have been for everything that he's done in my life. My change, my everything. Like, it's crazy because I went through life almost like playing poker my whole life. You know, it's almost like I was playing Russian roulette, and I didn't realize how much of impact and like a path that I have that I should have been doing years ago. But then I realized also that I had to go through what I had to go through in order for me to get into my path where I'm heading now. Because like I said before, I would have never thought I would be making YouTube videos. I would have never thought that I would be speaking at colleges. I would have never thought I would be walking into a prison without shackles and handcuffs and walking out. That's the best part. I told them I gotta go. They let me go. So this is what I mean, man, about enjoying your holidays, about enjoying your change. I know a lot of people are afraid about change. You can't be afraid of change, and you can't be afraid of becoming something you're not. Because in order to become something you're not, you have to do things you haven't done before. And that's what I mean. My whole life is dedicated to like showing these kids and these people that there is a way out, and there is a better way to not go that route. Because at the end of the day, like I said, the prisons and the cemeteries are full of tough guys and gangsters. They're full, they're packed, they're over. Oh, they don't even know where to put them. So that's the thing. Do you have the balls to consistently change? Do you have the balls to consistently want to improve yourself and actually lead by example? Because there's nothing wrong with you crying. There's nothing wrong when you change it. There's nothing wrong. Trust me. If your friends actually see the change in you and they know how you used to be, they'll back you up. But that's just me. I don't know shit. I'm just JC. Hey. Don't judge nobody. Stay in your lane. Live savage. And remember, if you live easy, life is hard. But if you live hard, life can be pretty easy. Stay sober. Stay out of prison. Stay off those streets. And remember, from wrong to strong. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys on the rebound.